So, anyhow, thank you so much for waiting for us. And then this happens, I guess, nowadays for all the computer age. And some people, I don't know why they wanted to do. I have no idea, but somehow they wanted to disturb people. I guess their mind may be disturbed. So I guess somehow they are frustrated. So maybe we can extend, I guess, sorry for your frustrations, but hope if you think probably better way of thinking of the happiness for the other people or success for other people, your path may be open. So I hope they will consider that way. So, okay. All right, then today, well, first of all, welcome to the Joyae, Joya in the Japanese words, Joyae, New Year's Eve service, gathering, 除夜の、なんですね、除夜の鐘の集まりにようこそおいでくださいました。ちょっと最初の方いろいろと、なんか、なんですよね、この邪魔が入ったというか感じでなかなか始められなくて申し訳ございませんでした。今からね、除夜の鐘っていうことで、やっぱり心を落ち着けてしないと、この雑音というかね、そういうものが入った中でやるっていうのはなかなか難しいので、少しは遅れておりますけれども、意味のある、会にできればと思っております。So I hope, it will be, kind of a little more quiet site. And so this is the way to reflect our past, especially this year, 2022. So many things happen, but yet I think it's always nice to go to the next year. But then sometimes it's good to, take a look at what you did, and so that maybe if you made a mistake, you don't have the same mistake. And if you feel like, oh, this time we can do something better, then maybe next year you can try too. So in one way, you can shift it by knowing what you have done in the past. So you can learn from the past, and so that's one way of looking at reflecting. 自分自身を振り返っていくっていうので、除夜の鐘、この一年を振り返るわけですよね。だから、その鐘の音を聞きながら、また、その自分自身を振り返っていく。今日は、108つの鐘ですね、をつかさせていただくわけですけども、もちろんフィジカルにつくことはできないので、今回の鐘は実は、これ写真を見せなくてもいいかもしれないですけど、フライヤーが、今後ろに映ってますね。これずっとこのままですいませんでした。このフライヤーの中にありますけれども、これは実は広島のね、平和公園にある鐘を以前についたことがありまして、それを録音してたんですよね。だから本当は、これ見えますかね。こんな感じで、ここに、主人が立ってますけれども、ちょっと見えますかね。So this is a peace bell. The bell that you're hearing today will be the peace bell from Hiroshima. So, Hiroshima Peace Park. So there's a bell here, if you can see back of me. And so I rang the bell, this one, and I just recorded. Not the 108 times, of course, the digital wise, we can continue for 108. And I already counted, so it should be 108 altogether. And at the same time, we have, and then I just have recorded a little bit of the sounds of wave, the ocean. And because the sound of ocean is something like a more natural nature, right? So you feel the rhythm of the nature at the same time as we do today's New Year's Eve kind of meditation gathering. And so when you have those rhythm, you can try to follow the same rhythm for your breath too. So as the nature breathe, you do breathe too. in and out. So that's how we wanted to do. And then,なんですね。それから、オーションだから、なんですね。海ですね。海のこう海岸の打ち寄せる波の音も一緒に録音してありますので、それに合わせてこう呼吸をしていただく感じで。そして、なんですね。まあ、よく地球と一体とか宇宙と一体って言いますけれども、まあ、その波の流れっていうのがちょうど呼吸の流れと合わせていっていただくと落ち着いてくるんだと思います。So, as I say this, I hope you'll be also prepare yourself because it's your time of reflect upon yourself, and you can meditate, right? So, and then first you can actually, as we listen, you can prepare your what you have in a shrine, or you can put the lights on like a candle light. 今からね、始めますけども、その前にちょっとその場所の準備といいますかね、座れるような場所、静かにこう集中できるような場所ができればそれが一番いいと思うので、それを作っていただければと思います。And if you're ready to put the lights on, you can turn on the light, or actually turn off the lights in the back. So like yeah, we can put the light, I mean the candle light, and we can offer some flowers and maybe some incense. なんですね、お線香を焚いていただいてもいいし、静かにね、自分のその sacred space っていうか、sacred space っていうのを自分で作っていただいて、そこでこう自分自身を振り返っていく、そういうふうな形にしていただければと思っております。So I hope you are able to set yourself, all the things what you need. And if I don't know, this Jerry is a Jerry Paver house or not. Let me try. Oh, I made a mistake. Anyway, so it's the part of yeah. So if you can prepare yourself that way, then now we can face to ourselves, and so you can sit with your back straight. First of all, maybe I can turn off those lights a little bit darker so that easier to probably concentrate too. So if you wanted to turn down your light, well, at least you can see things too. But like so, well, although it's a virtual back, so just turn down the light so that it will be easier for you to focus and easy to reflect. And, this year is what do you call it? I mean, next year, is the year of rabbit. Rabbit has a big ears, right? And so, with meaning listening, yeah. So when you close the light, you don't try to not to see much, then you can hear or you can use your ears. And so maybe, today you can listen to many parts of the sound wave of the ocean and then the bell, the gong. And at the same time, I'll do some chanting and special chanting of this time. And yeah, reflecting the teaching of the Buddha, three treasures, and also the land of peace or enlightenment land. And so that those are some chanting that we're going to do. なんですね。少し日本語で言いますけれども、まず、背筋を伸ばして体の力を抜いていただいて、そして静かに呼吸を整えていきます。波の音に合わせていただいて結構だと思います。特に丹田ですね。お腹から、お腹の下というか、へそですね。へそあたりから呼吸をしていきます。 そして電気の方も少し落としていただいて、そうする、なんですね。そうすると、よくこう耳が聞こえてくると言いますか、今日はね、結構いろんな音がありますので、その音もちょっと感じながら、そして静かに、自分自身を振り返っていただければと思っております。特に今年はどんな年であったか、何を一体学んだんだろうとかね、そして来年はどういうことをしようと思うとか、そういうことも同時に考えていただいていいかと思います。だいたい30分ほど、30分までいかないかもしれないですけど、25分ぐらいかな。少し静かにしていきたいと思いますので、よろしくお願いします。So it'll be about 25 minutes or so will be quiet. And so before 8 will be maybe, yeah, around 8 o'clock will be open our eyes. So, okay. And then the bell will be 108 times. And 108 represent or the blind passions like greed, anger, selfishness, and all the what do you call it, so-called uh, well, bonno in Japanese, and so that disturb our mind. So that's why instead of anger, you can bring compassion or love and compassion, right? Instead of greed, you can think of giving, generosity, and so it makes a difference. Instead of ignorance, then bring the wisdom or self-centeredness versus wisdom, which based upon selfless, no self kind of wisdom. And so those are the things that you can bring as you meditate. I hope you are ready to join now. And okay, myself, I'll turn myself to the shrine. Okay. Then you maybe hear the sound of the wave soon. And if you hope you will hear okay. And with this wave, you can meditate and try to breathe in together and then breathe out together. Even you can start reflecting upon what you did this year from the January to February, March, gradually, one by one. But otherwise, you try to keep a peace in your mind. And try to embrace everything with a gratitude. 神奇妙来西方おし世界中六十四億大消防者怪盗特徴悲願ナモ主神奇妙来西方制御消防殺優秀政福者ご主不可け怪盗特徴悲願ナモ主神奇妙来西方十方仏説中菩薩比丘衆具ご不可下怪盗特徴悲願ナモ主神奇妙来西方一切消防殺各祭天命受け誇無下不要弥陀仏願ナモ主神奇妙来西方現年蒼天学長仏和下音歌単最小所供養弥陀仏願ナモ主神奇妙来西方縁日生世間世上所持運苦行念三蔵慶主弥陀所願ナモ主神奇妙来西方賢辟言浄土未明難事義発無常心願が国薬ね願ナモ主神奇妙来西方おじ無量尊同様発言食主 いほえこいねうしん三条十長入一者一天人衆は有薬会会議がなもし新奇妙来西方凡上如来心あとんちょめうこじぽらいしょしごしつしががなもし新奇妙来西方四言上国弁則徳人知人無量尊重記上等学願南無四神奇妙来西方無事億如来意見小説行観義公言と安予告がなもし新奇妙来西方百人無前本不徳門仏妙慶馬平家大何心死法願南無四神奇妙来西方祝世間諸仏即の真子樹謙虚門仏行有薬大観義願南無四神奇妙来西方ご徳門秘弥陀仏名号観義し一年回答特所悲願南無四神奇妙来西方摂満大戦果直下門仏妙門妙観義三回答特所悲願具小衆上往生安楽南無四神奇 最後万年三方滅死去十百年にじも一年海と特徴がなも出身奇妙来最後仏世自難知にぬしね南愚問慶法四部祭ながなも出身奇妙来最後自身形に心南中天教南大伝武家心情部とがなも死神奇妙来最後愛に不合が両種造長死世牛合唱願仏上聖十願南無四神奇妙来最後極楽世界完全世界完全音菩薩がなも死神奇妙来最後極楽世界大聖子菩薩願具小衆上往生安楽南無四神奇妙来最後極楽世界小菩薩少女大海衆不意思想部も偶然自識崩壊修上男女三章道徳往生阿弥陀仏国奇妙三芸四心三芸南無三芸十方部が滅一切小在後根色言小修税さじ た安楽へ五願一切臨十字諸縁諸教室現前願とみだ大主観音聖子自法尊五願人公無十種成仏本願小非公三芸五つ願に四神奇妙阿弥陀仏来三食道願臨明十字見無量寿仏無変具道具師願有用信者金剣事物に願徳力言往生安楽上無上菩提来三に一切苦行非仏徳菩提同心を不体願非法さ特大掃除門願非相続上論導入は五海願願書修上三五少女無事仏教阿難一切現状願具小修上永願道場無量寿行小修と超絶小や無上下煩悩事無体生じ皆無変独占民流は運が楽寿面無明言正 grande shito Rimyo juji shimpu tenso shimpu sakuran shimpu shitsunen shinji mushoku tsujinjin keirak nyonyu zenjo shoshugenzen jobutsu hongan jobonjo amidabu koku hikoku ni tokuroku jinsu nyujipogai kushujo koku hokaiji gaganyaku nyoze otsugan nishishin kimyo So we'll have a little chanting of the name of the Buddha. So like a mantra. So it's Namo Amitabha, Namo Amitabha. Namo as a Namaste, taking refuge, Namo. Amita as a immeasurable light, immeasurable life, Buddha. And so we just do Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha, 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 Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha, 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 echo, the merit transference or dedication of merits. And Rani Shikudoku Ryodo Seishai Do Tsubodaishim願わくはこの功徳をもって平等に一切に施し、同じく菩提心を起こして安楽国に往生せん。南無帰依仏、南無帰依法、南無帰依僧。May all sentient beings, living beings, be happy, well, and peaceful. May we all be free from suffering. May we all be free from pain. May we all be free from attachment, from greed, anger, and ignorance. May we all attain ultimate happiness and peace of enlightenment through the guidance of Buddha's wisdom and compassion. Nama. So, how's everybody doing? So thank you very much. I hope you can hear everything's okay. We tested before, and I hope this should be, balanced well for the sound. So now let me also talk a little bit about, give some meaning of this Joyae or year-end service in a sort of like the Buddhist tradition or Japanese Buddhist tradition. 日本の方のね、除夜の鐘という、ものですけれども、これもね、長い歴史がありますけれども、特にこの百八つの煩悩をね、の数を叩く。108つ一緒についていただいた方もいらっしゃったらいいんですけれども、その108つの鐘を、聞く中で自分の自身の煩悩っていうものを知るとともに、で、同時に迷いが、108つの迷いがあるっていうことは、108つのその悟りの道もあるということですので、両方一緒なんですよね。一つを知るっていうことは反対側も知っていくっていうことになります。なんていうんでしょうね、みんなが同じ色だったら分からないですよね。白と黒。白黒に分かれると結構、ね、白の中に黒がポンってあるとパッと目立ちますけども、いつも真っ黒だったらね、そうですね、昔真っ黒クロスがありましたけど、真っ黒だったらもう何もね、暗闇の中にあったら何も見えないですよね。だからその光によって初めてなんかいろんなものが見えてくる。そうそう、電気つけてもらっていいのかなっていう感じですけれども、別にこれは、なんですね、一応。So well, you can turn on the light now, I guess. So I'll just make it a little bit brighter. なんですね。So the part of the 108 bells, so which is, I said, that's represent the blind passions. But at the same time, those are actually delusion, right? They create the suffering and so forth, difficult times. But yet, there's 108 paths to overcome, right? So one thing, once you realize there's a blind passion, greed, anger, those are the things that create the problems. Then you have the eyes. So then try not to get angry or try not to be too selfish or greedy and so forth. Then, it less the things. So one thing, what one side means, also, if that's not, if you stop those things, then what's going to happen? And sometimes it's like sometimes we say black and white, but if we have a background, everything is dark, like today we turn on off the light, right? So the very if it's the room is dark, you can't see, even like a black things, so then there's nothing you can't recognize. But then if you have a white background and you have a one black things in the top, like a calligraphy, we just do the New Year's writing sometimes too. But then the blank sheets of paper, but if you put the even little bit of the black dots, you can see everything pretty well. I mean, that you can reflect both sides. So each one sort of like a help each other actually. It was a kind of interesting way of looking at, I believe. But so once you recognize your own greed, greedy minds and so forth, then that's the kind of if you have, which means you have a light because of the light was turned on, then you can see everything. Yeah. So the so when you have what do you call it, suffering and so forth, you don't even recognize the greed is bad or anger is bad. Sometimes it's just anger, greed, just to push people in or push people. What do you call it? This way or that way, right side going to the left side, stuff like that. So it's matter of how you recognize. Once you recognize, oh, I'm getting angry. Oh, now I am getting greedy. So maybe I should stop or something like that. So you can just control, right? If you know what's happening, you can somehow to be able to see it. Then somehow you can control, or you may not, but then at least you can recognize. Sometimes it's a big difference. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say in Japanese too. But なんですね。だから、この欲とか怒りが悪い、まあ、煩悩っていうものですね。それを言われたときに、欲が今起こってるんだっていうのを感じていけるかどうか。欲、怒りが悪いと言わない前は、欲によってわーっと流されて、また怒ってきたらそれでまた流されていく。まあそういうような形でね、動いていくわけですけども、そうでなくて、もし、今起こったって思ったときに、これは良くないと思うと、ね、それで起こってるっていうことがストップしますよね。今、欲を起こしてるっていう、その欲がパッと一応、今、こうね、欲が出てきたなっていうのが分かりますよね。まあ、それを止めれるかどうかは知りませんけども、少なくとも分かる。そしたら止めれる可能性はありますよね。うん。またやってしまったっていう場合もあるとは思いますけど、また怒っちゃったとかね、そういう場合はあると思いますけども、だからいつもいつもね、その怒りとか欲とかにもう流されるっていうことはないですよね。So normally when we say get angry or get greedy or something, or is what makes you greedy or or you know the anger? Uh, so that's what we call ignorance or self-centeredness. So everything we judge things according to your own, my own, I guess, convenience or my own taste. We wear the sunglasses or something, so we colored everything, our own desires. So the greed or, anger, those are reflection of our mind. That's how we see it. So which means when you, right, when you see something which is bring the benefit to you, normally you judge as a good person, and then you can tend to have a greed. And then when you have a bad person or something, so that normally means they bring harm to you. So that's why it's difficult and difficult to get angry, you know. So, but it's it's just a matter of how you see it too, actually, because everybody doesn't, the so-called bad person is not necessarily always bad either. For some people, they are friends too, right? And but some for other people, that's an enemy. And friends and enemy is the same thing. It's a little similar. Whatever the friend does, you know kind of appreciate. Whatever the enemy does, whatever the same thing they do, like a friend did, but you kind of hate all those things. So it's a reflection of yourself, really. And so that so don't be get too much anger, because that's your mind is reflecting the things that you see. So we can color everything. So you don't see any real color, and if you have a different color of glasses. So anyhow, so those are something that I wanted to share today. だからなんですよね、煩悩の、その百八つの煩悩って言いますけど、煩悩っていうのも実はだから自分の心の影的なことがあるんですよね。好きな人とか嫌いな人とかこう分けますけど、実際には、好きな人がいるとか嫌いな人がいるっていうわけじゃなくて、その人を好きになりつつある自分がいるって感じですね。で、嫌いになりつつある自分がいる。だから、結局自分にとってどういうふうに見てるかっていうことですよね。いいものも悪いものも結局自分の判断っていう形になりますね。ということは、じゃあ何を自分の判断にしてるかって言ったら、それをガッと言うてますね。ガッとか、愚痴というのは愚かさって言ってますけども、だから自分の心で振り回されてるっていうことですね。はい。振り回してるのは誰か他の人を振り回してるんじゃなくて、自分の心で自分がどういうふうに見るかによって、振り回されてるんだっていうのを、こう見ていくわけですよね。So, nobody control your life. You control yourself. But, have you ever experienced like those two? If you have, some people say, oh, why don't you do this? And then I say maybe, oh, I can't, or something like that. But then who said you can't? That's only me, right? So we're judging based upon my own experience. And but if you try it, you never know. You might like it. だからよくね、これやってみな、これちょっとやってみてくれると、あ、それ無理無理とか言いますけど、あれ無理だって思ってるのは自分ですよね。自分で無理だともう完全に決めつけるような感じになるので、結構自分の心で見ていってるわけですよね。だからそれを自分の心を外すと、まあやってみればいいっていうことになりますかね。やってみてわかるんでしょうけど。大体食べ物でもそうですね。Or like a food too, the restaurant. Actually, one time it was one thing interesting part of this United States is that there's so many different food and everything. So you can try all the different things. Actually, 30 years ago when I first came, 35 years ago exact, but we normally have a lunch going out. I was in Seattle actually, and then Mr. Ham Koba-san. Well, I think he's gone already, but we always have a lunch together. He's single too, so he was a single, and so we just went. And then there's a book of all those different food, right? So we try to do different things. Whatever this book recommend, we just go and then try for lunchtime. But then it's interesting, some of the places I've never have Ethiopian food, like those, or like a Vietnamese food. No, I didn't. That was first time, but it looks kind of strange and smells bad or something. Some part, not all, but something unusual. But then if you try, then you sometimes see, oh, it's an interesting different taste or different texture and so forth. So it's a new learning. So it's something that maybe if I stop in our mind, maybe we might stop something, but yet once you try, that's different. So in a way, like how your mind is set, create some difference. Anyway. So食べ物でもそうですね。昔、なんかシアトルにいた時に、シングルだった時ですけれども、お昼にいつもね、コバさんっていう人がいて、ハムさん、その人もシングルだったので、いつもお昼に何か食べに行こうって言うんですよね。で、いろんなレストランがあるから、そのシアトルにいたんですけども、35年前かな。その辺をずっといろんな本に出てくるやつを全部行くんですよね、順番にね。そうすると見たことないような食べ物。エチオピアフードだから初めて食べてましたね、その時ね。で、ベトナムフードもそうかな。だからそういうのを食べた時、なんか最初匂いはこれなんか変な匂いだなとか思いつつ入っていったりする。でもあれも最初からもう全然食べない人は全然食べないですよね。もうノーノーノーサンキューとか言いますけども、even not try anything。だからそういうふうに自分で自分を決めつけてしまうっていうところは結構ありますね。だから好き嫌いもそうですね。好きなものは好き、嫌いなものは嫌いってこう言うてるんですけど、本当かどうかわからないですよね。食べてみたら結構好きだったとかね。そういうこともいろいろ起こるんだと思います。はい、すいません。ちょっと長くなりましたね。だからその煩悩っていうのはね、そういうもんですね。だから煩悩によって操られるんじゃなくて、だから煩悩が今動いていることをちゃんと見ていく。So better not to be controlled by the blind passion, greed, angers, but then rather you recognize and then you be, living together. Well, we always have those passion comes up. So how you deal with those things are very, very important. And so hopefully, this time of reflection part, you will have a lot of different reflection, but I hope you learn from them, and then it's always a learning process, I think. So anyway, it's a learning process that even started with all the noise and everything, but somehow we are able to spend time together. So I'm very grateful, and thank you very much for staying until now too. And here I would like to share some of the music. First of all, first music come from the Layla, Lulla LayLa. So we just she's the Tanbur player, and actually the first song I was playing the background music, Tanbur. That's what she was playing, and so I just wanted to share. She sent the video. I don't know whether she can come in or not, because some people, yeah. So anyway, well, what I'm going to do is sharing the video, and so I hope you will. So the song is called House of Love, and I think she did this one before, and this time she had a video live show, so she wanted to share that now. And so
though in body separate, we are all but one spirit. We are all the beloved of one another. Through the purity of love, we are guides and helpers of one another. We are all the beloved of one another.それぞれの体に分かれど私たち一つの魂。愛の純粋さを通し私たち互いに導き合う友人。私たちは一つの御霊。私たちみんな愛、互いに愛しいと。همه یکی رو مجسم شده در ابدانی. همه یکی رو مجسم شده در ابدانی. همه جان هم و روح و نگاه دار غمی. همه جان هم و روح و نگاه دار غمی.あなたも私もない私たちがあるだけたった一つあるだけ たちは一つ一つの御霊私たちみんな愛互いに愛しいと함에 기도해보자 삼촌의 날 아비더니 함에 기도해보자 삼촌의 날 아비더니 함에 전에 아무로 내려내를 도래하니 함에 전에 아무로 내려내를 도래하니 함에 기도해보자 삼촌의 날 아비더니 함에 기도해보자 삼촌의 날 아비더니 함에 전에 아무로 내려내를 도래하니 함에 전에 아무로 내려내를 도래하니 내려내를 도래하니 애쉽게 하고 요래하니 ありがとうございます。
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Lulla LayLa. And so it was wonderful music. And the instrument that she used was tambur. And so something unusual, but it's a very interesting instrument. So it's kind of a mid east eastern instrument. So now I would like to have another music from Rino Aise, and let me introduce you. And then could you unmute yourself so that make sure your sound is okay? And then also, yeah, are you ready now? so let me give you the spot. And
はい。
よろしくお願いします。
そう。はじめまして、こんにちは。日本には、エテン楽というメロディーがあるんですね。In Japan, there is a melody called エテン楽。で、エテン楽というのは雅楽のメロディーになります。エテン楽 is a Japanese 雅楽メロディー。そう、それで、今回私は、ライフという歌を、そのエテン楽のメロディーを演奏したいと思います。I play a song called Life with lyrics to that melody. で、この歌詞は、中垣法師がつけました。The lyrics were written by Reverend 中垣。で、パーカッションで、中西淳さんが演奏いたします。And Mr. 淳中西 plays percussion. Thank you. まぶたを閉じればさまざまないつもあふれる音たちが私の中で踊り出す自然の鼓動が鳴り響くありがとうございます。同じく同じメロディーで、日本の民謡で黒田節というお祝いの歌があります。そのメロディー、その歌を歌いたいと思います。Next, I will sing a 黒田節. It's a Japanese folk song with the same melody of Etenak. 叫 がとうございます。ありがとうございます。今日は、もう日本は、あれですね、年の初めというか、お正月ですね。Japan is also, Happy New Year, New Year's Day. 年の初めの試しとてという歌い出しで、1月1日という歌があります。1月1日は1893年、明治26年に文部省より発表された日本の唱歌です。It is a Japanese song released by the Ministry of Education in 1993. 明治26。で、作詞は島根県にある出雲大社の宮司をされていた千家高富宮司がされています。The lyrics were written by Reverend Senge Takatomi, who was the chief priest of Izumo Taisha Shrine in Shimane Prefecture. みんなでよかったら、タイトルイングリッシュで1月1日。
January
January 1st。知ってる方は一緒に歌っていただけたら嬉しい。年の初めの試しとて終わりなき世のめでたさをありがとうございました。Thank you very much. So, we wish you a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, and an instrument that she played was a Sanshin. That's a Okinawa the instrument, and so yeah, and yeah, thank you so much. It was good. Thank you. ありがとうございました。She's also part of the Hair Foundation as well, and and then Nakani-san, thank you for support for the percussion. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, this is not too bad. It's about 8:30 exact right now. So I mean, I wanted to first probably finish this part, and if you wanted to say hello to everyone, maybe we could have a little time. But I just wanted to turn off the Facebook Live because I feel it's always not personal. So, but then even those people who are watching in a Facebook Live, thank you very much for joining, and wish you the Happy New Year. And oh, by the way, tomorrow we do have also what do you call it, the New Year Day ceremony at 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, I don't know. I think you can check the Facebook, or you can, send me the information. Maybe I can send you the information later for the parts here. But so there'll be Japanese start 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. And then there's an interface service at 10 o'clock, which is the Chanyan Monastery that I always go, but then this year is video too. So we're going to have video. Then after that there'll be English one. 10:30 or probably we just show it to the interface part at the beginning. So we'll be follow right after the interface part is over. Then we'll do the English part of the service tomorrow morning. So I hope you can make it. And now, so let me finish with simply the meditation four great vows, and thank you and happy New Year to you all. And then stay there if you are in a in a what do you call it, Zoom. Then we could have a little introduce who you are and just a little short break. But anyway, please join me in Gasho. Place your palms together in meditation. This is four great vows, Shiguzeigan です。衆生無変誓願道煩悩無修誓願断訪問無尽誓願学仏道無常誓願上 Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to save them. Desires are endless. I vow to end them. The gate of Dharma is boundless. I vow to master it. Buddha way is supreme. I vow to attain it. And then, Happy New Year to you all. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for those who watched Facebook Live. Thank you.